What's up guys, MKBHD here with Google's Nexus 10. It's a flagship super high resolution Android tablet, of course. It's made by Samsung and sold by Google, and in this review video I'll try to give you a couple of things that you might want to know about this tablet if you're considering buying it, and basically what differentiates it from other tablets that I've already reviewed. The first differentiation is on the outside, the design and the build. And this is an interesting combination of specs on this tablet. On the outside, you have a hardened plastic build that feels pretty good in the hand. It's pretty lightweight, about 600 grams. And it feels great, especially because of the awesome tacky material on the back. It really surprised me in the unboxing that I did. And I definitely still love it, even though it is a super fingerprint magnet. I still love it. It's a super simple design, really, with the pogo pins down at the bottom, the volume and power buttons up top, and the overall slightly curved design in order to fit well in two hands in landscape mode. And it has these awesome front-facing triple-channel speakers. These are great for media consumption, which we'll get to in a second, and you can't even really cover them all with your hands because they're such large speakers. Something also that's weird about the volume buttons is when you go from landscape to portrait mode, the volume buttons are backwards, so the top brings volume down and the bottom brings volume up, so that's something you'll have to get used to, a little quirky. At the top of the back here is a removable panel with magnets underneath for a future smart cover-like accessory that hopefully Google will start selling in the Play Store very soon. There's also a 5-megapixel camera and flash in the middle, which actually takes some pretty decent shots, but then again, why would you take pictures with the tablet? Anyway, below that is a 9,000 milliamp hour battery, which easily lasted me days on end with medium use. It did take a little extra time to charge because it's such a big battery, but it was worth it, and you got about 5 hours of screen on time. The next thing you should know about this tablet is the internals. This guy's rocking an Exynos 5 dual-core CPU with the Mali T604 GPU, 2 gigabytes of RAM, and up to 32 gigabytes of sealed storage. Benchmarks indicate that this is a mid-range device with solid power, basically, but these benchmarks don't exactly translate well into real-life performance. Speaking of performance, this thing flies, and that's because of the next thing that differentiates this tablet from others, is that it is indeed a Nexus. It's running stock, pure Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. So the tablet layout for Android has changed, so now you get those same back, home, and multitasking software buttons down at the bottom that you get on phones. And I don't know if I like this more or less than the older honeycomb layout, but I can see why they changed it. Another change is the split pull-down trays. So the one on the left is for your regular notifications, and the one on the right is your quick settings. So you get all sorts of settings controls. And this works particularly well for me on a tablet because I am constantly adjusting things like screen brightness, toggling Wi-Fi on and off, turning auto rotation on and off, and more. But you can even toggle multiple user accounts from here, so it's all just a swipe down away, and it's pretty useful to me. Also, as usual, I'll reference you guys to my video linked down below in the description below the like button on this video, in which I cover everything that is new in Android 4.2 Jelly Bean. The next unique thing you need to know about this tablet is easily the most important. It is that this is a 2560 by 1600 IPS display. My gosh, this thing handles the best looking mobile display out there. Now, it takes a couple of things to make such a display a good experience. Not only does it have to be a good quality display, but you need the content to take advantage of it. You need the apps, games, movies, videos, software, fonts, icons. You need so many things to be optimized for such a high-res display. Content optimization, it's what we'll call it. And content optimization is what's missing on this tablet right now. First of all, there aren't a whole lot of apps that are optimized for Android tablets to begin with. So when you open them, they have the telltale signs of a phone icon and they run the phone app in landscape mode. And on top of that, there are very few apps that are optimized to take full advantage of this high-density 300 ppi display. So there will be apps that work perfectly on this tablet layout, but you'll be able to see where certain developers used lower resolution icons or didn't update their graphics fully, so you'll be able to see pixelization in some apps. That being said, the apps and games that do work and are optimized for tablets and are optimized for this display look phenomenal. Especially with text, you'll see text in something like Google Books or Google Play magazines. They are the most impressive parts of when you're looking at things that are optimized for this display. Also, high-resolution images really stand out and pop. This isn't an AMOLED display, so the contrast ratios aren't quite as high as some of the other tablets like the Galaxy Note 10.1, but I'd honestly rather have this IPS display for media consumption than any other that exists right now. Android itself is optimized, Google apps are optimized, the keyboard is optimized, and you'll notice that super crisp text pretty much everywhere through Android menus and graphics. All of them are high quality, so that's the first thing that's optimized. But just when you're buying a new tablet like this, you're pretty much waiting on the ecosystem to catch up to it. Gaming can be a phenomenal experience, but you'll be waiting on games to play that actually look phenomenal because they were all built, originally for 1280 by 720 displays. The games I found that are fully optimized for the Nexus 10 seriously have me holding on to this tablet and keeping it for the future of what this experience will be like. And Google is doing their fair share in encouraging developers and people like that to update their apps, their icons, their graphics, etc. to look great on a display like this. That being said, right now it's really hit or miss simply because this display is so far ahead of its time. Either way, the Nexus 10 is in stock right now. As soon as I'm doing this narration right now, it is in stock in the Play Store, so don't even waste your time. Check it out. The link is below this video. 4G Nexus 10 might be the dream, but there is only a Wi-Fi only model of this guy for now. To wrap it all up, this is an excellent tablet for an excellent price, just enough ahead of its time for it to become its biggest weakness for now. If you guys have any questions or anything you want to know about this guy, feel free to leave that in the comments section below where you can see me answering them. And if you want to see more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. That's it. That's the Nexus 10. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys in the very next video. Peace.